We first reported on an influx of kittens at the Belmont County Animal Shelter back in May of this year. Now I'm told after the story aired, well over 30 kittens in need of a home found their forever families. And today, a new batch of little paws have found themselves at the shelter.
We have a lot of kitties and we're just trying to hope to find them homes.
Too many kittens and not enough space. It's an inflow Candace Flagan is all too familiar with.
We find them, we have people bringing in.
Furry little paws of every color and personality are taking up room and board at the shelter as staff members here try to meet their needs. Right now, 12 kittens are ready to go. Flagan says they've already been spayed and neutered, feline leukemia tested, and given their first shot along with Revolution. But it's not just about the kittens. There's a slew of adult cats patiently waiting for a home. Flagan says these mature felines would also make a great addition to any property with some room to roam.
If someone had a barn or a tack room that was willing to feed them and give them that warm place to live, they would love it.
And in just a few moments, we'll tell you how you can adopt one of these little ones in need. For now, reporting in the Belmont County Newsroom, I'm Kate Davison for News 9. Firefighters sure know how to win the hearts of the little ones, and what better way to mark October's National Fire Prevention Month than to take their own knowledge on the topic to the schools.
We have a great working relationship with all of our community services. Our fire department's just one of them.
This year's focus for National Fire Prevention Month is all about smoke detectors.
It's amazing how many homes we go in during fires and there's no working smoke detectors.
It all fell into play with Martins Ferry Assistant Fire Chief Mike Reese's plan, one he began a year ago when he came up with the idea to provide students with their own smoke detectors.
We had got a real good donation from a resident here in town, and it kind of kicked off the plan.
From there, Sam's Club tacked on a $1,000 donation, and each company within the fire department also donated. All in all, it was enough to purchase 700 smoke detectors.
And that's enough for each kid, kindergarten through 4th grade, here at Ayers Elementary, St. Mary's, and a Christian school.
They do a fantastic job with our kids, and they always remember us.
Today's also something like show and tell for Reese's first grader, Gavin, who got to share his dad, clearly his hero, with his classmates. Do you want to be a firefighter when you grow up?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite firefighter?
Daddy.
And Reese says the fire department hopes to continue providing those smoke detectors for students so that every home will have at least one. For now, reporting in the Belmont County Newsroom, I'm Kate Davison for News 9. The city of St. Clairsville is on the map, or at least gracing the cover of a statewide magazine. St. Clairsville, named by Ohio Magazine as one of the state's 5 best hometowns, and now the November issue of the magazine is available statewide.
We're very pleased and honored that that happened.
It's an honor that's the first of its kind for the city. And for St. Clairsville staple and business owner John Jenkins, he says he's had this sporting goods shop in the middle of downtown for 41 years.
The friendliness of the people, they support each other. It's just like one large family.
Although the city, comprised of just over 5,000 people, has grown over the years and continues to show signs of progress, Jenkins says St. C never lost its small-town feel.
It's been a fun time. It's been a blessing to have a business in this town. The people, like I say, are so friendly and helped me get through some difficult times in my life.
And Ohio Magazine has strict requirements for this yearly tribute.
There's actually 6 different categories that they use, including, the actual beauty of the town, spirit, pride, school grades are very important, as well as a few other things.
But one of the biggest qualities the magazine felt was of the utmost importance is community pride.
When they were here, preliminarily looking at the town, just walking around, everybody said hi. They could tell there was a spirit in town and a pride, and that's what we think won it for us.
The most obvious thing sometimes is we don't recognize about what our employees do and the talents they have. But the ordinary things they do every day, it's done without any fanfare or that. And so we consider that to be our success in this city, not just because we've been chosen by a magazine, but because of the fact that we do want to do this every day.
It's a place that I guess I've never been any place else. I've lived here all my life, so I guess it's home, and it always will be.
It's all you want to know.
That's all I need to know.
And not only is St. Clairsville featured in this November issue, the city will also be featured in January and again in July. For now, reporting in St. Clairsville, I'm Kate Davison for News 9.
It's a fight against drugs. We have a big drug epidemic here in Barnesville as well as Belmont County. Just trying to lead the kids into getting on the right road and making right decisions.
People are dying at the age of 21, 24. Okay. These other officers, Chief Norris, we're there to help. If you guys been taught, and I'm sure about 3/4 of you have all heard me say that.
200 balloons fall at the Ohio Valley Mall in St. Clairsville on Black Friday. Each contains a voucher for a gift card, and every shopper wants one.
Oh, it was crazy. It was our first one, and it was just a mad rush. We had a balloon, and then it got popped out of our hand.
The grand prize, a $1,000 mall shopping spree. Chantel Williams grabbed the lucky balloon.
I started jumping up and down. At first I paused, and then I was just completely shocked.
Even though there was a lot at stake, the crowd remembered their holiday manners and shared the wealth.
She was very nice to give me a balloon. I got a $20 gift card for the mall.
The mall opened at 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving, and many shoppers pulled an all-nighter.
The people who enjoy shopping, this is where they get their biggest rush of the year.
It's just fun. We're tired, but we love it.
Even though shoppers are clearly sleep-deprived, they've got a great attitude and are ready for anything.
It's the deals.
Especially the deals.
I went to GameStop. They had a $65 game marked down to $30.
And the only thing that trumped the savings was the holiday spirit. And of course, that's priceless.
It wasn't very chaotic. It was peaceful. You could walk around, everybody's friendly, talk to you, so it was really nice.
We really enjoyed ourselves tonight with the scavenger hunt and stuff like that they were doing in the middle of the mall.
I've had a blast with them, and I'm glad I had a buddy this year because last couple of years I've went by myself, so it was fun having a buddy. We got to do some bonding.
Speeding violations, suspended licenses, and warrants, all discovered from simple traffic stops along State Route 9 in New Athens. But what started as a stakeout for speeders quickly delivered drugs and delinquent drivers. But if those drug incidents and drivers don't start to slow down, police have no intention to either. It's after 4 o'clock in New Athens when things typically begin winding down for the day. But traffic flowing along this stretch of Route 9 has become a trouble spot for local law enforcement, increasing concerns of traffic violations, speed, and safety that officials have been trying to reduce. However, the speeds and the citations keep increasing.
We go around 400 citations in 2013, and it's gone up probably about 35%, and it just keeps going and going and going, mostly for speed.
Those 412 citations issued in 2013 ballooned to 637 in 2014, and Chief Jason Simmerman doesn't see an end in sight.
We had a speed sign from the sheriff's office in here, which helped deter some, but as soon as that speed sign goes away, they're back doing high speeds.
This same stretch of roadway includes an intersection plagued by accidents in the past, something that Simmerman is also trying to cut down on.
There's the main intersection here in New Athens at 519 and Route 9. There's been several crashes there, rollovers out on Route 9 in Athens Township, and speed's always a factor.
But a traffic stop like this one is hardly routine. Similar incidents have led to the discovery of something more: drugs, an increasingly common thread observed by simply looking at the number of cases that Zimmerman has dealt with.
Anything from marijuana to harder stuff to meth to heroin to mobile meth labs. Recently, you stop somebody on some illegal narcotic and they end up fighting you. Simple traffic stop. You never know when it's going to happen.
Still, Zimmerman patrols on and has a warning to those passing through.
It's posted 35, go 35, anything over that, you gotta be careful.
Now, Zimmerman says that when he started, New Athens police were writing about 12 tickets per month. That number now up to about 80 tickets per month this past year. They've also dealt with 30 more cases in which charges were filed in 2014 as opposed to the previous year. Reporting in the Belmont County Newsroom, I'm John Rutter, News 9.
It's called the Show Up and Stand Up rally, and that's exactly why half a dozen buses of local trade workers met early this morning at the Ohio Valley Mall, even braving today's truly frigid temperatures to make the trip to Charleston. It's a call for action.
We're on our way to Charleston, West Virginia for a peaceful rally.
A plea by West Virginia Senator Jeffrey Kessler for working West Virginians to show up and stand up today for a number of legislative hot topics during a peaceful rally in Charleston. But it's Senate Bill 361 that has this group of Ohio Valley trade workers up in arms.
The prevailing wage is the issue of these buses that are leaving here today.
A lot of our members are locals that live here, and this could harm all of us.
We hope it doesn't pass.
They're trying to take our wages from us, and that's our livelihood.
As it's described on state legislature, Bill 361 is a motion to eliminate prevailing hourly wage requirement for construction of public improvements. So what could that mean for trade workers? Well, Senate Minority Leader Jeff Kessler says Senate Bill 361 would drive wages in the state down. Meanwhile, those on the other side of the issue prefer to call the bill a Fairness to Taxpayers Act. They say while wages will go down initially, it would give taxpayers the most bang for their buck.
It takes good paying jobs and basically cuts your wages in half.
Decent citizens of our area that pay taxes, that have gone through trade school, 5 years of apprenticeship training to learn their craft. They live in this area, their kids go to the area colleges, they buy vehicles from the local businesses, and that's what keeps a community thriving. And when you cut the prevailing wage, all you're going to do is bring in a lower tax base.
I think if we're out in weather like this shows our commitment.
It's a cold day, that's for sure, and I don't think anybody thinks that we would show up, but when the metal meets the road, our people will be there.
And Bill 361 is currently pending in the Senate. For now, reporting in the Belmont County Newsroom, I'm Kate Davison for News 9. This lengthy document largely details the proposal at the recommendation of the Switzerland of Ohio superintendent and the treasurer to eliminate Bellsville High School and give students the option of moving to 3 other schools within the district. A special board meeting was held early this morning to discuss some important and pending decisions in what Switzerland of Ohio Superintendent John Hall said today will impact the next 3 or 4 generations of families.
The superintendent and treasurer will be recommending to the board the following recommendation regarding Bellsville grades 9 through 12. We recommend that students in 9 through 12 who would otherwise attend Bellsville should have the option of attending either Monroe Central, River High School, or Swiss Hills Career Center.
It's a long-term plan some district leaders believe could increase educational opportunities and create a better focus for students in grades K through 8. This proposal comes on the heels of the new state budget projecting major losses for the district and an ever-declining student body.
We are demographically in a declining enrollment situation.
We are the laughingstock in Southeast Ohio. Those kids go to every district that neighbors Monroe County and Belmont, parts of Noble.
But today, not everyone was on the same page.
Hey, listen to me. I'm going to tell you something. We will escort you out of here. There is no public participation. These are business meetings of the Switzerland Board of Education. And you have been disrupting the meetings for the last 12 months.
As one local resident was told to see his way out.
Yeah, I'll leave gladly. When I come back, I'll have a lawyer with me.
I also believe that we have a right to disagree without making things personal. I believe that this will help all of our students.
And today, Superintendent John Hall made note that Belmont College is currently seeking a satellite facility at an early college high school, a move Hall says is worth exploring and one which could provide benefits to the district and to students in several different capacities. But Hall says the opportunity window for such an endeavor is now. Perhaps the most important formal vote on the decision to deconsolidate Bellsville High School will take place next week at the school's regular board meeting. We'll be working to bring you the very latest as we learn it. But for now, reporting in the Belmont County Newsroom, I'm Kate Davison for News 9. What was meant to be a decisive procedure in the fate of Bellsville High School turned out to be exactly the opposite.
The future of our kids is at stake today.
Only 4 of 5 Switzerland of Ohio school board members were present for this morning's vote on the possible closure of Bellsville High School, a move that would relocate over 90 students to other schools within the district. But with 2 votes for the closure and 2 against and no 5th tiebreaker, the meeting ended with yet another question mark.
Mrs. Huff.
Yes.
Mr. Isley.
Yes.
Mr. Carlton.
No.
Mr. Motts.
No.
But today's discussion certainly weren't void of emotion as concerned residents packed the district's central offices in Woodsfield, anxious to be heard.
We were asked to pass a levy so that we could build the new schools. And so we diligently, the whole community, worked in passing the levies, and we got them the money that they needed in order to build new schools. Now the first thing they want to do is close down Bellsville High School.
I just don't know what more we can do besides provide the facts. If the board members can't see that it's going to do more damage to close Bellsville High School, then there truly is no hope for this district.
I take offense to someone saying that we are inadequate and that we can't match up to some other school or some other person in this district. That is totally and completely untrue.
We have to take every student's best interest and keep it in focus.
Ask us what we all are proud of. We'll say Bellsville High.
And while the school will remain open for now, the school board president says at the moment there's no clear direction. We're told another meeting could be held within the next week to further discuss the issue. Of course, we'll keep you up to date. But for now, reporting in the Belmont County Newsroom, I'm Kate Davison for News 9. Last September, Belmont County deputies recovered more than 80 grams of illegal drugs, including heroin and cocaine, along with more than $7,000 in cash following a traffic stop. Now, the suspect, a Cleveland man, deputies would soon learn was already on federal parole, fled, only to be caught by a canine. And this morning, Judge Frank Fragato told the defendant, quote,
"Your lifetime professional criminal career ends right here in a small courtroom in St. Clairsville, Ohio."
A last-minute discussion between the defendant, Marsha Wilson, and his attorney over whether to plea or to move forward with a jury trial temporarily paused the court. But Wilson decided to admit guilt.
How do you plead to counts 2 and 3, sir?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Those counts comprised of trafficking in drugs with heroin and tampering with evidence.
I accept full responsibility, and I'd like to give apology to anyone that was affected by my actions.
Quite a few people were affected by your actions, sir.
And Judge Frank Fragato wasted no time in handing down a sentence as he told the court he spent numerous hours thoroughly studying this case in preparation. Fragato says, as always, he took the defendant's prior record into account, offenses that couldn't be ignored.
I took the bench in 1997. I have never seen a worse record in my career. Page after page after page after page after page after page after page of multiple convictions, not just drugs.
Then he handed down maximum prison time.
I sentence you to 8 years in prison on the heroin counts. This is mandatory sentence that I'm giving, and it is not subject to early release.
Wilson will also have up to 3 years probation and be forced to forfeit the vehicle used in drug trafficking and 6 cell phones to the Belmont County Commissioners, along with more than $7,000 in cash to the Drug Task Force.
What we're dealing with is not merely a career criminal. We're dealing with someone who has chosen a lifetime profession. Mr. Wilson, it all ends here.
Now, Wilson and his counsel did make a request for this sentence to run concurrently or at the same time as his federal sentencing. It was a motion Frajano denied, stating the crimes are bad enough, the record is horrendous. The poisoning of the Belmont County community has been ongoing. I will not make my sentence moot by running it concurrent with the federal government. For now, reporting in the Belmont County Newsroom, I'm Kate Davison for News 9. It was a mock crash students at St. Clairsville High School won't soon forget.
A lot of hard work, a lot of time. Can't tell you how many days we got called out of class.
With borrowed bleachers and real emotion, students and first responders from numerous local departments demonstrated the dangers of drinking and driving, texting, even the perilous trend of car surfing.
I didn't have that much.
Event organizer Lieutenant Curtis Kyer with the Cumberland Trail Fire Department gave the credit back to the students.
They actually kept this a secret for the last 2 months we've been doing this. We gave them the layout, told them the ideas, and they were to keep quiet. Nobody knew what was going on until they got to see the video today on the actual crash.
Today's school resource officer Jeff Gazdick told us his son, Alex, a high school senior, pushed him to bring back the mock crash after a 7-year hiatus.
About the last year, 2 years, he's been bugging me and said, Dad, we've really got to put this together for the students and show them the consequences, what could happen.
And in a touching moment, students presented flowers to Martha Bullion, a local woman whose son died in a similar accident more than 25 years ago.
A lot of hard work and it paid off.
Reporting in St. Clairsville, I'm Kate Davison for News 9.